When we sit at the Tu Bishvat Seder and we have all of the wonderful fruit of Eretz Yisrael in front of us, we always have the question, I always ask my grandchildren, what is the first one? On which fruit do we make a bracha first? And I'm very thankful my grandchildren are learned, and they always say, well, the one that is mentioned first in the verse, and if you have 7 fruits that Eretz Yisrael is blessed with, so you recite the blessing on one of those 7. Well, within those 7, how do you decide? Well then, whichever is closest to the word Aretz is the one that we recite first. It's very interesting. Rabbi Kook has a very interesting concept, and he takes this to a metaphoric understanding of the relationship the Jewish people have to Eretz Yisrael. The closer the fruit is to Eretz Yisrael, the closer it is to bracha. This is the wording of the Gemara. And whichever is closest to Eretz Yisrael is the one that is first to be blessed. And Rabbi Kook says this is true not only for the fruit in the verse, but this is true for the Jewish people in Eretz Yisrael. And the more that a person is connected to Eretz Yisrael, the more he is connected to blessing. And the blessing will come to a person by his affiliation with Eretz Yisrael. The verse, Eretz chitaus ora gefen te'ina verimon, Eretz zeit shemen udvash. So, after the word Aretz, we have it twice in the verse. The first time we have Eretz chitaus ora, and we talk about wheat and barley. And the second time we talk about Eretz zeit shemen udvash. So the Aleph is the one that's usually closest to the word Haaretz. Here, Rabbi Kook writes in the beginning of Chazon HaGeula, an essay about the intrinsic holiness of Eretz Yisrael. Chipat Artzeinu HaKdosha Yesoda Shel Torah. And he writes that you shouldn't think that loving Israel is just kind of a secular activity that secular Zionists are involved in. But it is something that is premised deep in the Torah itself. Shehi meviat klal am Hashem uklal ha'olam kulo la'ashlamatam. This is the basis for bringing the entire Jewish people and the entire world to their completeness, to the place where they're supposed to be. Umi sheyesh lo yoter ahava le'eretz Yisrael, a person who has more love to Eretz Yisrael, v'yoter ishtadlut b'inyan yishuv Eretz Yisrael, and someone who has more involvement in settling Eretz Yisrael, hu mugdam libracha. He is a person who has more blessing. V'hu karov yoter al hashleimut. When we use these special eyeglasses that Rav Kook bestows upon us, to look at Eretz Yisrael, not as just a refuge in the Middle East for beleaguered Jewish people, but as the basis for the foundation of the redemption of the entire world, and that until the Jewish people return to Eretz Yisrael, and until Eretz Yisrael returns to the Jewish people, the world will not reach its final destination. When we look in this perspective, we can understand the magnificence and appreciate every single small piece of fruit and realize that in every apple, in every orange, in every single berry in Eretz Yisrael, we have the future of all of humanity in a concentrated fashion.